Okay, it's freebie time. So those of you that know me know that I really like using the road metaphor. It's a well-used metaphor, and for a reason. That's a lot of people understand it. So I'm delighted to offer this. You can get a free download, and it's the various features of a road, and there's questions to go with it. Those of you that have used my Career Navigator cards before will recognise they come from the My Journey cards, which some people use as a jigsaw, with a couple of additional features, such as the roller coaster. And what I want to do now is just explain how to use it, in particular with young people, but I think it can be used with everybody, it's just fun, to help people reflect on their career. And by career, we mean study, training, work, voluntary work, unpaid. So helping them reflect where they are now, what the journey's like, what they need for the journey. So to download the map, there you go. It's in my Creative Career Coaching site and the resources and the Career Navigator area. But I just want to give a few ideas as to how to use it, and also some of the questions that go with the map itself that you can use. So one thing that is interesting for, especially if you're with young people, but is to talk about them being in the driving seat. That this time the decisions are theirs. If they've been in school, the decisions might have been made for them, and even to discuss with them how does it feel being in the driving seat. And you can make it fun. You can. I know that some people have done this. They've got a selection of different vehicles and ask them to pick what vehicle they want for the journey, and it's not always what we think. We always think, oh, they're going to pick a really fast car, but they might pick a bicycle because of their values, or go at a slower pace and walk. I'm definitely a camper van, and I even want it to be a little bit nature. Do you mean out in the sea? I want some fun. I want my life to be less serious. I think my car's been a very sensible. I've had a very sensible car for my journey so far. I want a bit more fun. So you can even sort of talk about the journey itself and the bus, who's with you on the bus. If you want a lot of people with you, you might have a double decker. I've purposely chose a small camper van because it limits the number of people. You might even be on a scooter on your own. So then you're going to ask them, well, where are they at the moment? And sometimes it's difficult to use questions like, how do you feel to start off with? So you can change it to an instruction and say, pick an area of the road which best fits where you are at the moment, and describe that for me, because then they will reveal what it means to them rather than us thinking, that's what that means. Because for some people, the roundabout might be not knowing what to decide on. Other people might see the roundabout as just taking the time to consider all their options. So it's very important that we ask them to describe what it's like being there. So this is the drawing that you will get, and you can laminate it if you want, and it's quite good if they write on it and they can add features. Sometimes if they struggle, you might have words on there or some prompt cards that they can put where they like on the picture. And it's really to help them express exactly where they are. And there's some examples for you. And it's quite good having a straight, clear road to even discuss that. It might seem that that's what everybody does, but actually many people change their mind. And increasingly, it's not so much a straight road, but a much more winding road. There are foggy bits where we're sort of unclear as to what we're doing. And that's normal. And even if their friends all seem sorted, very few of them will end up doing what they think they're going to do. The next bit is there anything that would help you on the journey? And this is where the whole idea of career management comes in. And this is where I do use the Career Navigator cards, because we know internationally now there are career development, career management blueprints of the competencies people need. And this is where we're so much more than just getting a plan in place. A plan on its own is not going to be enough to navigate their future. And so this is where I would have, if I had the cards, I would have, they got decision making, they got the career, there's 24 cards with career management competencies on. And here are a few of them. And of course, what they can do, if you're online, you can just click and drag the ones across. You don't have to have all of them, just a few of them. If you've got the the actual physical cards. You can get them to place which ones they feel they already have for the journey, and which ones they feel they need to develop. And then you can ask coaching questions around those. You know, what advice would you give somebody else as to how to develop it? So this is what you're going to get in the download. So I've tried to include along the side those questions that I've just discussed with you. So you can print it off without the questions if you like, and keep the questions to yourself. You can laminate it, whatever you want to do. So I hope you have fun. These slides themselves aren't part of the download. They're in the sort of membership areas. If you have got the cards already, you'll get this all the slides that I've just shown you. Okay, have fun.